I mean, definitely. Like I'm more like a creator than a gamer. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you must be a gamer."
Right,
I
right,
do.
right.
New bank, got some new things, and nobody didn't believe me when I said crypto NFT Web3 was our new wave. Look at me now, look at me now.
Hey man, welcome to On the Blockchain podcast where we're not selling you nothing, we're selling itself.
You know I got it in my bag, got it in my bag. Blockchain.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Right back at you on the Blockchain podcast. Shout out to StreamYard too. Shout out to StreamYard in the house. Man, I got my guy, legend in the building, Attila. I'm gonna let him explain it because I can't even. But I'm gonna just go for. Well, I'm gonna just go over a couple of things I know about you, bro. Okay, listen, digital creator, master of destruction. You know what I mean? Listen, Call of Duty VXF lead. Man, how can I? Hollywood VXF lead. Man, NFT collector, futurist, metaverse advocate. Man, what the fuck, man? Bay C Mutant 33. Like, man, listen, how can I go on? How can I go on? Yo, salute, brother. How you feeling, baby?
I'm great, thank you. I'm great. I'm excellent.
Yes, man. Yeah, excited to be here on a conversation with you, man. Especially because I wanna maybe I just jump back and forth, but I just want to take it back. Like when did you get into the space of VFX and just graphics and creations? Like what got you into that? You know what I mean, going back to the beginning.
Oh, long time ago. To, so I'm from Hungary originally, Budapest.
Mm,
So I went to university there. I was a mechanical engineering major, and I stumbled upon VFX around '99.
right.
Yeah, and started studying there, and I got into games, and then later commercials, TV shows, and then when I came out here, then I did Hollywood movies
Mhm.
for a
Mhm.
long time, and then the past 10 years, it was back to games, Call of Duty. Um,
Right. See that's just crazy, man. Call of Duty lead. That's crazy. VFX lead, should I say? But so was it hard to get into that area, like out there, like in Hungary? Was it hard to get into that market, so to speak?
it was very new back then. Like it was very new. There were like no books. That was before YouTube, before like
Exactly. No
before like
social media, like none of that.
no nothing. Like it was.
No internet. Yeah.
The internet was kind of like newish too. So we read some books and we had some PDFs of the softwares, and then we were just basically like trying to figure it out on the job. So yeah, like pretty early on, and then so I was building levels, and I was a character animator, and then around
Mhm.
2001 when I got into simulation, and so computer simulation, fluids. Uh,
Right. Wait,
um,
what year was that? 2001.
2001-ish when I got into
Mhm.
destruction, fluid simulations, and crowds.
So,
Yeah,
okay. Now that's dope, man. Because I always like to ask. You know what I mean? The legends like yourself that was in it that long, like what's some of the biggest challenges that y'all used to face back then that this technology, whether it be AI or whatever, just came through and just cleaned it all up and made it like easy peasy for you?
definitely the hardware was the most challenging in the beginning. I mean,
Mm,
I did movies, I did rivers and oceans and tornadoes and all kind of like visual effects
mm,
problems. So fluid simulation was one of my niches that I was working on at a lot of studios in Hollywood.
right.
The hardware, like the memory in the computers and and stuff like that, and it was
Right.
hard. And then so the softwares were kind of new, and
Mhm.
like things were not multi-threaded, and yeah, I mean, over the past, let's say 2 decades, like software, hardware, got like more accessible, cheaper, faster, better. So it's much easier to do it.
Right. Yeah.
To do
Yeah,
the
cheaper and easier, right?
Yeah, it's easier to do the movies. Um, Games are still hard because you are confined to the console power. So
Okay.
that's why like I'm still on Call of Duty because it's still challenging and fun to do because everything is 60 frames per sec.
Right.
Uh, so do like really high quality movie quality games is like very challenging, and that's why I still
Imagine.
enjoy Call of Duty.
Right. Yeah, let me, man, between gaming and movies, it's shit, man. Like, my guy, he has he has impacted your life one way or another, whether you know it or not. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause from biggest blockbuster films, from Iron Man 2, Star Trek 2, like, you know what I mean, behind the scenes, making it shit, making the effects look like you can really, it's really believable. In real time. And before we had this AI and stuff, like, just the graphics, when I look back at certain movies from certain time periods, like, before this technology, I'm like, wow, like, we were still ahead of our time. Like, it seemed like we've always been ahead of our time, so to speak. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely like I will always like researching what's new, what's
Hmm.
basically cutting edge, what can I get into
Right.
that I can like experiment with.
Right.
And yeah, there is I mean, AI is like a new thing, and NFTs, crypto, all these like we are ahead of like most people on Earth just by
Yes. Mhm.
paying attention to these new technologies.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. What was some of like the I say like some of your biggest challenges like on those movie sets like Iron Man 2 and Star Trek 2? Like what were some of your biggest challenges as far as, graphics and stuff?
Um, one actually one of the challenges a lot of times is the director. Like if you get a director who knows how to work with visual effects,
Mhm.
and some directors they really want to shoot everything in the plate, and then they add VFX. But the director that really knows how to work with VFX, they can really plan for it, so you don't have
Right.
to remove. Like I worked on plates. Like plates are basically the image, the footage that you shoot. Like
Mhm.
sometimes they shoot all the debris, like glass pieces flying through the scene, and then you have to put something behind it, and then so
Right.
there's people who have to like paint out all the glass, like kind of rotoscope, like cut out the glass, and then you put some
Mhm.
behind it, and then you have to put back the glass, and then you have to put the
Right.
dust, smoke, and everything. And so that's an issue. Like a director, if they understand, they can do something that they don't actually have all the glass flying. So it's easier because we
Mhm.
can always add
Sure.
glass. There's all these digital elements. We can create them.
Right.
Taking the
Yeah, I
time.
couldn't, yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man, because I'm a big movie head, and I really like to study. Like I'm one of them type of guys that's like if I see certain graphics in the movie and that shit just look unbelievable, bro, I cannot watch it no more. Like I don't know what it is, right? Like it's like, you want it to be believable. You want to be able to feel it, right? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just one of those type of people. So it's like when I see the graphics and the effects, that's just like you can't tell that that person was in front of a green screen or wasn't really in that set environment that the set was. That like that's what I look for in like top notch, high quality movies and shit, man. And so I know like how wait what is there like let me see, how could I put this, man? Like, um, are there some times when like things are not up to your standards as far as like a budget might be or something or whatever, and you can't fulfill the high quality standards that you're used to, production standards?
Yeah. I mean, budget is always an issue. Budget and time.
Okay.
A lot of
Right.
times,
Okay.
a lot of times it's just like how much time. It happened a lot that production is just really rushed. Like there's just so many effects
Right.
that you need to finish, and then I mean, back in the day, like rendering like kept failing all the time. Like if you run out of memory, then
Oh,
We used to do like
man,
some simulations overnight, and then you come in the morning, and then things failed in the middle of the night, so I have to redo it, and then
right.
yeah, it's a lot of stress. Things are better, but budgets are I think like lower now, and there's more
Yeah, they
effects
are.
required, and there is like a ton of really good shows. Like TV shows are like up to movie quality now, and
Yes. Mhm.
I don't even know how they finish. There's just so much VFX like in everything. It's not it's not gonna be less.
It's not gonna be less. No, no. And that's crazy because like, we in a visual world, we in a visual era, you know what I mean? Where and we all need to see, right? Like, we still need to read books and do what we do, right? But the average person is just, accustomed right now to be able to see in the visual, like to be able to see even an explanation, like visualize, you know what I'm saying? So it's like these effects, VFX is really it's really key in our whole overall life right now, whether it's even in marketing and commercials to whatever it might be, to just a promo and marketing campaign. It doesn't really matter, right? And I mean, and so like how say like saying if you was on a movie set about 10 years ago, how much time is technology cutting out for you? Or how efficiently is technology making it for you to where, say, like 10 years ago, you had to spend a certain amount of hours on FX in a movie as opposed to right now? Like how tremendous an impact has it really made?
So the I haven't really been on movie sets recently because I've been doing Call of Duty the past 10 years.
Right, right, right,
So before I've been on movie sets, but I mean I was most of the time in the studio. Like
yeah,
I was a little bit like doing like effects supervising, but it's not that much. Generally,
right,
like your
right, right,
studio, like dealing with the place. Um, I mean, I don't know I'm sure like people are just more knowledgeable about like how to do it. A lot of times the directors are already like VFX artists in some level, like either like some kind of like
hmm
supervisor or they actually like did some work originally, so they grew up with
right.
this. Um, and yeah, the technology is much better too. Green screen is not an issue. Like the compositing softwares are great.
Are they
They're
still
using
using a green screen with the technology right now, or is it just all digital?
no, I mean people are, like when you shoot the actors, like definitely people use they are shooting on stage and they have like green screens and also
Mhm.
something
Okay.
called light stage is when there's like LED screens behind the actors, like it's a whole stage, and then they build a little section of the stage. They started using that for the Star Wars, like the Mandalorian, and then
Oh yeah, the
like
DeLorean, that was crazy.
yeah, LED panels that show the environment, and then they use Unreal Engine to like show the background. But sometimes, like even like after that, they can implement like other 3D elements, compositing, VFX on top of
Yeah.
it. But they have the good lighting and reflection on the characters. So
Right.
then,
Mm.
so yeah, the technology is like is definitely like improves constantly.
Yeah, yeah, it's so fastly evolving and man, it's ever changing, and every day it seems like it's not if not every day, it seems like it's every week for sure. I'm learning something new or I'm looking at a new application or something like this coming into the space, you know what I mean, coming into the market. That's great, man. On the blockchain podcast, man, we all about the tech, but we also about the culture as well, you know what I mean? And I know you said you're coming from Hungary, so I just wanted to ask you, like on your journey, like from Hungary to New York to LA, whatever it might be, like what's some of the cultural differences that you've been encountering, like along the way within this space, you know what I mean? And how has it influenced you, like on your approach to your VFX?
Yeah, I mean, Hungary now has a movie industry. Back then, it was very small.
Yeah.
I spent about 5 years working there on games and commercials on
hmm
like projects. They were good projects, but it was smaller. I ended up leaving and coming out to US for surfing, not
Oh
for work.
shit.
Yeah, so I was a big snowboarder in Europe, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go surfing, and I lived in New York for 3 years. I loved New York, but California was just like that's my jam. Like
That's
I
right.
like the.
That's right. Mhm.
But yeah, I moved over to California around 2006, um, and yeah, I mean the culture, like I don't know, I'm a skateboarder, snowboarder, surfer kind of guy, so that's my culture, hip hop, and these sports. Um, yeah, I mean, um, yeah, I mean, Europe is a completely different. Like when I was like
Yeah.
a snowboarder, then that was not really like that was like very different
Mhm.
from the Hungarian people. Um, but yeah, I fit
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
in. Venice was perfectly like my thing.
Yeah. It was like it was your calling, like you know what I mean. It's where you're meant to be
Yeah,
at, and that's good, man. Because you know, as most creatives, excuse me, as most creatives, you know, a lot of times, you know, we have to get out of our environment. You know what I mean, and search for you know what environment, what situations, or we be able to thrive in the most. You know, and obviously, like a lot of entrepreneurs, creatives, obviously look at LA or Los Angeles or California as a whole, you know what I mean, as their home base, you know what I mean? So that's dope. It's a lot of inspiration, you know, from the mountains to the landscape to just the culture out there, different cultures out there and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's beautiful because I find that most of us creators, we all come from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, you know what I mean, different upbringings, and we still wind up finding our way to the same place, so to speak, you know?
yeah, yeah. And California is like it used to be like Hollywood was built here, like movie industry,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then it's a bit now like Silicon Valley, and it was like huge, like with the crypto and NFT and all the technologies are like it's like a big hub for all the creators.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Not beautiful. It's beautiful. I believe it. I believe it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna jump in it though. I'm gonna ask you something like, is it as fun being a lead guy on Call of Duty, you know what I mean, as it is playing it?
Oh, I mean, definitely. Like I'm actually I'm more like a creator than a gamer. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you must be a gamer." Um,
Right,
I
right,
do.
right.
I do play the game. I love playing the game. I love games. But I love creating it more, and I love figuring out
Oh, that's
how
dope.
to make things. I enjoyed it better than actually like playing the game. Um,
Mm,
so I always use like examples of we use examples of other movies, but actually I really like using examples of like real life, like YouTube videos of like real people experimenting in slow mo
true,
or
true,
uh,
true.
or
Hmm.
80s movies. So when we simulate like
Hmm.
fire and smoke and that kind of stuff, uh, it
Right.
looks uh, it looks different in a Marvel than actually it looks like in the 80s movies. So we always
Right, yeah.
go to like Hollywood effects, like everything should be like big explosions
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
crazy shit, but like it has to feel like it's real, like real
Yeah, it has to.
explosions.
It
Yeah,
has to.
a movie,
It has
you know?
to.
So so we always like
Mm.
craft because every effect is like very like crafted and
Mhm.
we try to make sure that the elements are like realistic, you know.
Exactly. So has there ever been no, excuse me, has there ever been a time when like you play it out in real life to see how it would actually look
Um
before performing the VFX on screen?
We we sometimes go like like shoot some guns and record some reference and that kind of stuff. And back in the day, we used to shoot some explosions.
Hmm.
We don't really do that anymore. Like it's just like it's the budget doesn't really allow it
True. True, true,
anymore.
true.
Um,
So what
yeah,
gets it like what gives it its authenticity Like as opposed to like say like if I wanted to go have an exploding car in a gas station, like what would give it its authenticity as far as like how it would really go down in real life?
Um, it's basically just a lot of like high quality people with a lot of experience, like come together and basically they research a lot of like content. We look for stuff, and then it's a lot of disciplines, like because engineering, like programmers, artists, technical artists, coming together and working on problems, and then improving it for like every release. Like we're improving something, like physics,
Right.
rendering, lighting, like the textures, animation, like all the different technical
The details.
like,
Yeah.
are improved. And you know, we ship a Call of Duty every year, so I shipped over
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, war zones and everything. So.
That's incredible, man. That's one of my favorites, man. For those of y'all that don't know, yeah, man, you heard it right. Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Modern Warfare. You know what I mean? That's right. Modern Warfare 3, man. Come on, man. This is the guy right here. Y'all playing the game and don't even know what's going on. But we here on the blockchain, give you access, educate you a little bit, entertain you, of course, because and that's crazy, man. So you're not even an avid gamer, but you're being that your mechanical engineering background allows you to be able to create the game. So would you say you have as much fun creating the game as an avid fan or gamer would have playing the game?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I'm saying so. I consider myself more like a movie guy. You know, like
Right.
uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
than a gamer. So like, I mean, after because I play a broken game all day and it's kind of stressful.
Yeah.
When I play it, nothing ever works, and I'm actually kind of terrible because I play with developers. They play pretty good, so I get distracted and I get shot all the time. But yeah, I think I'm okay. Uh, but yeah, like I enjoy playing, and then I enjoy just chilling out, watching some movies, and then getting inspiration from there, and think how can I improve and how can I make the game better and more realistic.
That's
Like,
right. Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I
no, that's
enjoy.
beautiful. I'm sure, man. I'm sure, man. Come on, like because especially, I mean, creating it, putting it together, and then knowing that, like you got millions and tens of millions of, if not hundreds of millions of fans and customers, and just an audience that loves this game. Like they looking for every new rendition. They looking for every, what I'm saying, new detail that or update. You know what I mean? That there is. You know what I mean? And so it's like such anticipation on a game that's like that's global, where people all, every hood, every neighborhood, every community, every walk of life, somebody done played Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? This is how we live out, we live vicariously through others, you know what I mean? So it's like, and it's taking it a step further than watching all of your favorite war movies, you know what I'm saying? It's allowing you to get in on the action, and that's what we all love, right? You know what I mean? We love the visual effects that everything brings to us, visualization, but then we also love to be able to get into the game, get in it. And that brings me to the next question, matter of fact. Like what do you think about the metaverse?
I got into NFTs because of the metaverse. I thought it's a great idea,
Mhm.
like selling like fractalized lands and stuff like that. So I bought a lot of lands. Um, um, yeah, I think the metaverse is cool. I think there's a good future. Right now it's a little bit bear marketish, but I think things will come back. If teams are building, I mean, there's a lot of like teams that are building. A lot
Mhm.
of them raise money. A lot of them stop building, unfortunately, but a lot of them still building. The board apes are still building. Um,
That's right.
so I'm very
And
hopeful that.
they gotta buy in the dip, man. This is the dip right now. People, we gotta buy in the dip too,
Yeah, yeah. So and it's gonna be fun. I mean, people are paying already so much money for games. Like they
Mhm.
to play a game they pay money. Why don't you get play the game and you get paid for playing the game.
You
So
feel me? Like, come on, man. Play to
it makes
earn, man. Play to earn, guys.
sense. So yeah,
Yeah, and
I'm
that's another thing. I love that you. Sorry to cut you up, but I love that you brought that point up because yeah, like this technology, whether Web3, AI, blockchain, crypto, whatever it may be, it's not the end all, no, but it's a great addition. It's a great plus, right? It's a great add-on, and it's just it allows us to be able to keep scaling. You know what I mean? Because just like anything in life, we want to continue to keep learning, continue to keep growing, building, right? We want to continue to keep scaling. Um, and this is what we want to do, right? You know what I mean? And this technology allows us to do that, and pace ourselves, whether individually or collectively. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing that the technology is able to do. And I love how, like, when we come together, it's a different affair. Like, this technology is actually bringing people together, whether it was meant to or not, whether people intended on it to or not. I see different circles, different communities, different. Hey, what's going on, brother? Oh yeah, I need some. I need some. So it allows us, pardon me, people, we always got going. We always doing something over here on the blockchain. But no, what I was saying was this technology is allowing the communities, it's allowing the individuals to come together and operate as communities, operate as a collective. And that's what's most important right now. And yeah, bro, like all right, yes, sir. And what's some advice or the two-part question. What inspires you, and what's something you have to inspire the next VFX lead of the future, guy or girl?
What inspires me? I get inspired every day. Originally, like, I don't know if I mentioned, like, pretty much a Matrix movie. The first Matrix movie was the
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that was the one, man. Yeah, yeah. Neo was the one, but that was the one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people say, like, the Jurassic Park, but I consider, like the Matrix. So that kind of inspired me originally. But I get inspired every day, generally, and there's a lot of things, like, it's not, and also, like, I nowadays I'm building augmented reality applications,
Yeah.
and and I get inspired just like looking on social media, or I look at, like, what other people are building, other
Exactly.
friends are building in the community.
Right.
I'm approved by Made by Apes now, so I'm very excited about that.
Right.
But yeah, to inspire younger people, just keep your eyes open, eyes and ears, and try to study as much as you can. And luckily, like, there's YouTube is available.
YouTube University. You don't even need a diploma.
Absolutely. Like, I use YouTube all the time. Now I use also ChatGPT. It helps me. So the AI is helping, teaching stuff, like solutions that I didn't think of, or it's hard to find on Google. Like, the AI is just thing. But definitely just sitting down and watching YouTube and figuring out, like, how to, like, create a wallet, how to
That's dope. Yeah.
how to 3D model, how to, like, animate and write software, everything. So
That's
it's
right.
all
Yeah.
like what the individuals are willing to put in, like the hard work and time. But
That's right.
the tools are easier, and education is much easier now.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. No, that's for sure, man. Everything is right at your fingertips, man. It's everything is it's a microwave era that we in, where everything is been able to speed it up and be as efficient, as fast as you want it to be. You can learn as fast as you want to, or as slow as you want to. You can pace it out. What I wanted to ask you too was, what's your take on AI art and AI effects or whatever? So, like, and how much are y'all implementing AI art and the AI tools into, like, the FSX right now? The VFX, excuse me.
Um, We don't really we use machine learning.
Mm,
We use concept artists are using some AI. We for VFX we don't really use AI yet. The VFX
okay.
um, AI is not really like ready to do VFX currently. I'm not really aware of that. But people just create full-on movies. Like the crazy thing is you can tell your story with just generating Sora and another
Right. With a
video.
prompt. Yeah.
Video. People can tell their story, and then you don't really even need. So that's the thing. Like people learned how to do rigging and modeling and texturing and all that stuff, but with Sora, you can actually, if you're a director or
You don't
you want
need
to
it.
tell, you don't
Right.
really need it. So that's what
Yeah,
we
you don't
don't
need
really.
it. You don't even need a screen, a script at this point, right? Like it's just text the prompt, right? Like
Text to prompt, but you don't get what you really want to get. So it's not super art directable. But if
true.
you
That's true.
practice and you get good at using these Sora and these AI video to text to video applications, then you can probably like either make your own content, movie, or work in the VFX industry and just use AI. I mean,
Right.
I see
Yeah.
tools are getting AI, like Photoshop, and certain tools are getting AI
Right.
still in
Mhm.
this. I haven't seen anything like that for videos yet. But
Okay.
there's character removal. I don't know. Like a lot of things are
Yeah,
like
there is. Yeah.
things are coming. Things might not know about actually.
Mhm. One thing I will say is that, and I say this a lot, I say this all the time. I just said in my panel on NFT NYC, nothing beats human connectivity. Nothing beats humanity, like human nature, right? Like everyone has something to offer. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has, a different perspective, a different angle, how they're looking at it or where they're coming from. So yeah, these tools and the technology is good, but combined with, you know, human connection, human connectivity, combined with that human touch, like, even if you're going to, whether you use ChatGPT or any of the AI tools or whatever it might be, still be, still be the final factor, decision maker in that process, still have a human overlook it and and have some input as well. You know what I mean? Because that's what's going to give it the fingerprint, the unique ID, creativity. So like I'm glad you noted that. Like we tell people, implement this stuff into your everyday life, into your brand, into culture, into your business and your career. But make sure that you're overseeing the overall aspect of the project or of the brand or the company or your career, whatever it is, as the humans that we are, because as much work as we do digitally online, one thing is that when we come together in real life and we connect, like no one can, that's something that I, I personally think no machine can duplicate, basically.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna jump into another thing. So I know you got an extreme passion for sports and robotics. Like, have you ever found like inspiration for VXF, like from these hobbies, or was it just any specific instances where like your personal interest would like directly influence like a project or one of these movies or game that you work on?
Yeah. So I used to do a lot of martial arts and then
Yeah,
sports. And that was actually stuff that inspired me to do the animation part because back in the day I was more like an animator, rigger, character designer.
right.
So the movements, the motion, copying the movements, that really like helped me inspire. And then later when I got into fluid simulations, the
Mm,
water sport, like surfing, a lot of
fire.
time back in the day it was really hard to do water simulations. So like I had fluid simulations that took 2 weeks. Like you push the button, you had to wait like almost 2 weeks to get the water. Like,
Wow. Is that like a wave?
that was actually like for rivers for a movie called City of Ember. That was one of the like very complex stuff. Like the camera was right on the water, and there were like kids in the boat, and
Okay.
so it was like back then. This was like when very few people did like fluid sims. Like it was ILM, and then there was like
Okay. Okay.
very few
And so it
studios.
took 2 weeks just for it to download?
No, not to download, to like can calculate on one computer. Because back then we
Oh,
didn't
just to
have,
calculate.
yeah, we didn't have distributed simulations, and we didn't have like petabytes. We had like I think 5 terabytes of storage or something for like the whole move thing. That was like um people have that in their computer now, but we had like
Exactly.
full of that. And then for basically like we were like researching how to do bubbles and how to do spray and mist and fog and all kind of little
Right.
elements. And then so this was like the studio was in Venice, so I went out in lunch break every day. I went out to the ocean. I was looking at the ocean and right there at it, I was looking how the foam moves around on the water surface and how the waves are breaking and how they break small parts of it and that kind of stuff. So like the real being right next to that element, it really helped me like figuring out the physics and mathematics and behavior and
Right.
make it realistic and like lighting and reflections and that kind of stuff, refraction. So
Right.
yeah, it was like it inspired and really like helped.
Yeah, it's a science to it, man. It's a science to it. I mean, especially to get it right, and especially like if it, say like a fisherman is looking at that movie and he knows, he knows exactly how the water's going to sway if the wind blows this way. Like he know, right? So it's like when you get a person that may be of that world that knows specifically what that water would be doing at specifically said time, and you get it on point, like that's when it's like, and taking those days to reflect in the study and look at how like you said, the foam is how the water's foaming at the end, or how the waves may be reflecting on the sunlight, like all of those key details, you know what I mean? Like it's a science to this, and those key details, everything together combined is what makes these masterpieces, man. So that's beautiful. Oh, I also wanted to ask you, because I know you said you was working on augmented reality, because I wanted to ask you, what's your take on AR VR?
I kind of want to believe that AR is going to be more like the metaverse. Like I kind of like the idea um to like walk around and then see things on your glasses, like the
Right.
Apple Vision Pro or something like hopefully like smaller.
Right, right.
I'm not really like interested in like sitting down too much like in a room and playing VR. Like there are some games that are
Right.
interesting. I kind of believe like AR would be like a much better thing for like the metaverse.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And even mobile applications.
yeah, exactly. I mean, we can do like a lot of AR on your phone, but it would be better to have
Exactly.
it wearables.
Right.
And,
So what's your take on the Oculus, on the glasses?
yeah, I mean, I have the I don't have the Vision OS, but I have the Meta Quest, and I love it.
Yeah.
I play games on it, and it's pretty cool. It's but they're still kind of like big, and you can't really like walk around outside with it.
I know, yeah, yeah, they need to perfect that. I know it's still the early stages. I know it's still the early stages.
Yeah, I think
That's
maybe
cool. That's cool.
yeah, but I think AR is like pretty fascinating. So I'm like spending a lot of
It
time
is.
on developing augmented reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. As soon as the people could understand and get a couple of real life use cases from it, you know what I mean? I know the people gonna love it. I know they are. Once it gets them on a bigger scale, because I
I,
love it. I love what it brings and what it it's opening us up for just different. It's opening up different doors, different opportunities and stuff. So I love it.
I don't know if you know, but I made a lot of the board apes, the augmented reality facial filters, like the 3D.
Oh yeah, I did
And
see a couple of those. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to
and
Basie the Mutant 33. That is.
Yeah, yeah. If you look on Twitter, Moose33, you can see it. And also like for merchandise, like I did like clothing, like augmented reality, that t-shirts and clothing and all kind of other things. Yeah, mostly for the Bored Apes and NFT project.
Nah, that's true. That's true. That's beautiful, man. You know, it's a long time coming, man. Oh, actually, you know, it's another movie that was dope as fuck too. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, man. What was that like, man? Working on that set.
Yeah, that was really cool. So David Fincher was the director, and I was working at the. Actually, no, I had a studio. I had my own studio, and then we helped Blur Studio that did the actual intro. So we worked on the intro with the black liquid flowing everywhere.
Yeah, that
And
was sick. That was sick.
yeah, they had a really dope storyboard, and then there was I think 5 or 6 simulations that was pretty hard to create, and so I made those.
Right.
Like
How long did that take?
I think like a month and a half or something. Yeah, and yeah, it was hard. Like my proudest one is the when they come apart and it looks like Nutella. Like that was really like complex thing.
Yeah.
Can do it, and
Nah,
then
that looked official, bro. That was super believable, super like I mean, all your stuff, you know, you top notch, man. Like, but it's like people don't really unless like you know, I've been behind the scenes of so many different projects and stuff to see the hard work and the detail and the dedication and the time and the patience and everything that it takes to fucking put into these projects to make it on point and to make it believable, 100% believable, and to come across you know, natural and organic, you know what I mean? So where it's like a person wouldn't even question it. So like, nah, that scene right there. If any of y'all don't remember, man, go check that movie, man. Girl with the dragon tattoo. I'm telling you, like y'all go that scene. That's one of that's one of the illest scenes, VFX wise. And you know what I mean? Lately, you know what I mean? Recent history, like you know what I mean? Like, and my guy, man, he's the guy for you right then and there. Like, before we get out of here though, let's okay, something on the history ride, like because I know you witnessed the evolution, like you're OG in this, like you've witnessed the evolution of VFX technology. You know what I'm saying over these last 2 decades. So, like, what would you give or what would I say? How could I say? What advice or um what information do you have to let people know what this world is about if they're looking to get into it. And as far as, you know, I mean, you coming from like an OG status, like I said, and it's a lot easier for these guys right now. They don't have to put in the time, as much time and dedication and educating themselves as you did, right? Because you got these things where you said it took 2 weeks just for the computer to render. When today that might be done in what, 2 minutes, maybe 20 minutes?
yeah, like now things are running on GPU, so things are faster.
So
But
faster, so much, yeah.
I mean, it's still a lot of like hard work, and you have to learn how to use those softwares, and you have to tweak it. So the hard work didn't change. It's still hard work,
Right.
no
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
how
yeah.
you achieve the same thing. If you use it with um, like softwares, or you use even like if you do AI, like the hard work will not change. Like you're gonna have easier time to get to like the 70%, but then the last 30% is to get it like looking really good and high end. That is always like extremely like it's a lot of experience. You have to learn what not to do. Like you make a lot of mistakes, and then you get back to it and you figure it out, and then last 30 to 30, 20, 10% is the hard, and it's all hard work.
All
So
hard work.
but it's fun. It's like a good
Mhm.
I think it's a good life to like be able to
Yeah,
create.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're doing what you're passionate about and what you love, it's not even really work, right? You know what I mean? And yeah, that dedication, man, that hard work. Like you can't avoid this, guys and girls in any field, any market, whatever you're striving to get into whatever, hard work and dedication and persistence, consistency. Like, those are the keys to a career, the keys to life, you know what I mean? The keys to, living good, you know what I mean? And enjoying yourself to where you're doing something that you're passionate about that you don't necessarily, that either bores you or may not have longevity in. And we want to start getting to the ownership of things. We want to start getting to creating our own worlds, which is what we're doing here with these effects, with the metaverse, with cryptocurrency even. We can set our own path, and we can leverage the playing field for ourselves collectively or individually. You know what I mean? So this is beautiful. Oh, matter of fact, I know I got a bunch of questions for you, but what's your take on what you think about the Tesla robot, man?
Oh, I think it's cool. Yeah, I love everything robotics. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I also follow Atlas, the Boston Dynamics stuff, and
Yeah.
there's more and more companies that are starting to make. I mean, would I have one in my house? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question I should have asked, matter of fact.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that currently it would break more things in the house than it would actually do. But it would be kind of cool.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I kind of feel that like it needs to be a little bit more agile. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like I mean, it can do a lot of things, and it's for entertainment. Like I say Disney's making one for like stunt performance stuff, like
Yeah, I
Spider-Man.
see that. I see that. Yeah, I see that. A couple of people asked me. They said, "Do you think it would ever happen like an iRobot? With a Tesla, with a not Tesla, but with the robots. They towards the end they try to lock everybody in their house and all that type of stuff there."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is combining AI with these mobile humanoid things. Like, I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know that part.
Can't even say, right? And it's crazy too because a lot of the movies that you work on, like it's another world, like sci-fi, whatever it might be, but it is still rooted in reality, right? It is still rooted in real life situations and real life people as well.
Yeah. But I mean, you combine AI with humans, like the movies never end well.
Never, 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 never. We gonna have man. We got enough content and stories about AI and humans right now, like to last us for the next couple decades. Right now, that's for sure, man. I know that, man.
Yeah, but
Nah, this is
it's crazy that it's here. Like
yes,
literally
yeah,
here, and it's pretty
right.
pretty fascinating. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it's heading. You know what I mean? Where we heading? The future that we heading into, it looks bright. It looks promising. We urge the not just the youth, but everybody, because I tell people all the time, is tech space is ageless, man. It's ageless, so no matter how old or young you are, you go on YouTube, like my guy just said, you can go YouTube University, you go to Google University, you can check some stuff out, do your own research, do your own homework, and then give us some good people in real life, whether mentors or whether just some people that's in the space that you can learn from, rub shoulders with, elbows with, be able to soak up some knowledge and some game from. That's what this is all about. Anything you guys say to the people before we get out of here, my brother?
Yeah, I wanted to actually say that like since it's a blockchain show, like NFTs, like a lot of people see them as like they are like investment and stuff. But to be honest, like a lot of like projects didn't pan out. But I made so many friends. Like I'm so
Oh
thankful
yeah.
to have made
Oh
so
yeah.
many friends, so many connections through the NFTs, the
Yeah.
different projects. Like I love the art, but then I love the connections that I made through that.
Right.
And yeah, and I'm gonna keep building and creating stuff for the NFT uh, collectors. Like I just released a little iOS app. You can find it in the Apple Store. It's called the M33 because I'm Mutant 33. So the M is
Right.
M33. You can find it, and yeah, it's just for like making funny faces with your NFT.
That's right. Come on.
Really fun.
Yeah,
But
man.
I'm continuing making like augmented reality and of course like other digital projects, Call of Duty, and
That's right.
no. See you guys.
Yeah. Oh, what's up with the M33 app before we get out of here?
Yeah, that's the M33 app.
Okay, that's the M. Okay, yeah. So those of y'all that don't know, the M33 app coming soon. You know what I mean? Because my guy, he's Basie Mutant 33. You know what I mean? And yes, we love NFTs. And whether you like the name or not, who cares? We are advocates of digital assets. Yes, we are. And that's what an NFT is. It's a digital asset. It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And listen, what's the social media for they could tap in with you and make sure that they follow you?
Yeah, the easiest is on Twitter, Mutant33ETH. On Instagram, it's my name. I don't know if it's here. It's Attila Zalanyi. That's on Instagram. Yeah, these are the two things I use. So yeah, say hello. I don't bite.
That's right, man. Come on, you heard it from the man himself, man. Next time y'all playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, yeah, MW3. Listen, man, think of my guy and be like, hey, listen, man, I just see him on the block. Yeah, he's on the block. We're gonna be on the block. We on the blockchain. We love NFTs. Come on, man. We love AI. This is what we do. We are advocates and we are users. And we here for you, guys and girls. So make sure y'all stay tuned and tap in with my guy, see what he got going on. 2024, big things in store. Until next time, I'm G. That's my guy, Attila. What can we say, baby? We here for you, man. Tap that subscribe button. If y'all got any questions, hit us up, comments below. And man, just like that. Until next time. Peace.